All right, another day in the market we go. It is Wednesday. It is October 14th. And small caps, pretty solid today. Some good movers. Um, a lot of top gainers. You have 200%, 125, 74, popped up, 43, 40. Down the list, not that bad. Some good movers. Market was down again today, like I predicted. Like I saw on the charts. We'll go over that in a minute. So just got back from the gym. Tired here. All right, let's look at the top gainers. MDRR. Medalist Diversified REIT. This doesn't get much action. You can see in the daily chart here. It's IPO'd like January 19. Look at this. Straight down. Yeah, nothing crazy here in the chart, except today, 141 million. Let me see here. MDRR. And what was the news on this? I'm actually trying to see here. Was there news? Over 140 million shares, diversified REIT, Rockets, announced a Series A preferred stock cash dividend. That was yesterday. FinBiz doesn't even pull this up. They can't even find it. But anyway, this is low float, about 3.2 million I have on Trade Ideas. So this move here, 4:40 a.m. This is very early. Have your move 6 a.m., 7. Now there's your first line, 3, the 3 line. Draw your line right down here. This did get over here, but it was a fake out. It has to confirm. And then you draw your line, found support at 2. And then finally we broke out. This is the 5-minute too. So the 5-minute we broke out all the way to 2, got to 275. And this candle here, 3. Now this is the sign here. This is what I go by. When you see here these lines, it stopped here, the next line. I like to play the bottom line on these moves because they'll usually put in a wick. See this? So if this line is 250, 253, and remember to go 5 cents above. If you go 250, sometimes it won't hit. So I'll go like 255. And on this one, that next line, it got 245, went below 245. But you can see right here, if you take that out too, all the way out, back down, retest it. The next line down at 250 line. So this is in the middle here. This right here, that first candle is at what, 275, right in the middle. So, you move up, move back, and where's your lines at? So if you play this top line, you're like, oh, I went down, you get stopped out. So especially the momentum moves, you want to play the bottom line. So right here, 250. That was nice. And this is the 5-minute. You get to the 3. The 5's been working well. The 5, 10. I haven't gone back to the 3 that much, but the 3 will really get you a good point here to see. So right here, 225. Went up to this line, 275. And this wick, though, this pulled all the way back to 250. So the 3-minute, it could have stopped you out because it was going line to line. So that wick, they'll put in them wicks. They try to stop you out. So there it is, 250 line. On the 10-minute, it was pretty good. All the way up, see that? Like that shooting star wick, it's coming back. So you're closer to this line than this line. So they play that 250 line. If it hits, fine. If it doesn't, you go to your next line. So, this was a pretty good move. It was a sharp move. It was from 9:35 a.m. and then really 10:10. So this, it's pretty fast here. About a half hour. Down the 5-minute, you see this go up. There's no sells. As long as you see these green candles, this is pure momentum. And then this big green candle, you're seeing come down from 6, down, down. Once you see that at the top of a quick pattern like this, you get out. And then right here, it had the 350 line go to 468 seat. The high came down. The high got lower, lower, and this faded. And small caps will typically fade during the afternoon, unless they're strong. Small caps are strong, they'll continue. You know, we see them, it's not often. That's why the pre-market move is the move a lot of times. It could come up here, it could come up here. It doesn't matter. It came up right at the open, this one. So this will probably fade back down the usual. But again, this is a great long to a short. However you want to play it, you can play it both ways. KXIN, KXIN Auto Holdings. This is another, this is total pump. This stock was up near 10, dropped huge down to 1 back in January 2019. Came sideways. You know, it's doing nothing. See, these wicks are shooting up towards 125, then dropped again. Double bottomed about 41 cents, and today 61 million in volume. They pushed it afternoon. Was there news on this? Electric vehicles. Operates a used car dealership in Republic of China. 14 dealerships. China play. I don't trust China plays at all. You can play the chart. This is total garbage. Float, actually it says 38 million. 33 on FinViz, 38 on Trade Ideas. But, you know, if the chart works, it works. If it doesn't, get out. It start to move up. Okay, see what it does. Comes back, finds support just below that 20, 91 cents. Now, right at that dollar. Remember, the dollar is most significant part of penny trading. Then we go up. 175, come back again. Now the low is getting higher. Then we come up again. This is pure dip buying. And then right here, on the 10-minute, your 13's above your 20. Look how smooth this is. Down, down, and went through. It's a fake out, pure fake out. That 13 has to cross down. It has to be some sort of strong move. It was a fake. Yeah, whoever's playing this, probably a lot of day traders and stuff. This is a garbage stock. Pumpers. Excuse me. He bought up. So, and you can see here that triangle's forming right here. Beautiful little descending triangle. The high gets lower, lower, find support. And your 1 right here, maybe support right here if you want to get 75 cents. That's why leave your stop a little bigger because you won't get stopped out. I see a lot of guys in the 1-2 minute and they're getting stopped out so easy because it's taking you all over the place basically. Computer's stuck here. Yeah, this started to move very early pre-market, not that early, 740. Came up to 5 though, came all the way back, found that 4 line. This one's a little bit tougher because I did find that 4 line. And then, 425, right after the open here, it came back. See this? This didn't go through. So this held this, almost 405, 4. Then it spiked up again. And then we have a double top pretty much. And it couldn't get back over, 555, went back down. And then we faded. So it's a little higher than double top, but pretty much is. And it was a quick move here. A lot of these moves are very fast from about 9 to, just after 10. And this is the 5-minute. The 10-minute, you see right here that 13's over to 20. And you get the 425. And, there's a big shooting star wick. And just like this was all green, fresh red candle, and then you're out. 3-minute. Here back and forth, and then we spike. See the 3-minute here. So it's a tougher trade. When you pick up these patterns, you got to see these patterns over and over. Once you see these on these small caps, I say anything under 10, you know how they move. You know their personalities, and you know what they're going to do basically. REPL. These are the kind of charts you want. And this is smooth. Nothing going on here. No pre-market. Just starts to float up. Grind you up. Nice 26, 32. Draw your line right above 32. Look at this. 32.21. Ascending triangle. Tight, tight. And your triangle is always going to be to the right. So if you draw your line right here, See here once, we tried again, all these little candles trying to get through, and we keep sliding up. Look at the low, getting higher and higher. So you have your 30 line, 32.14. And on the ascending triangle breakout, it's always going to be the right, always here, never here. And to determine, where it's going to break out exactly, it's tough to say. It's always to this side, though. I would say, see the space here? Once this space gets tight, on this, I would have said, it's getting tighter. See this, that 30 level, 31 level. Once you're over in this tight 31 level holding, it probably is good to get in there, even on the dip here, or you could probably try to break out on this. So, this was a great move long, 32. Then there's your shooting star wick, the 5 minute. Right here is a shooting star wick after a move from, was this 20, 24, 25, made it to 44, almost 46 plus, and then it faded late. So this is a great long. I wonder if there's news on this. REPL announces presentation of the 2020 Society for Immunotherapy Cancer annual meeting. So announce it, presentation, and everyone liked that. And this is a float of 19 million about, although it has 35 million here on FinViz, but not super big float. And on the daily again, daily today, KXIN, MDRR, REPL, nothing going on in these charts, like nothing major like this. And this had 10 million, really exploded some of these stocks today. So, to catch one of these is not easy. This didn't really have the pre-market. See, news came out 12/29. Actually, that's what it said on FinViz. There might have been earlier news, but I don't see it here. So, this one up, and it's a matter of catching it. That's why you have scanners, depending how much you can trade or you're available. But that's why I say the top 10 stocks, you can probably, long or short, you're going to get a good shot. It's just depending on what you're doing. NOVN, this is pretty scrappy up and down. Look at this, 58, 74, a lot of chop, and then it dropped all the way to 57. MDRX was not a big slide. There it is, the move up early. This is 4:05 a.m. Draw your line down. It was a slide. Didn't slide much. And then went sideways. BOXX went long, 10 to 11.50. NIO. This has been a beast. I think it's about the electrical vehicle space. From June, this has been on a tear from like $4 to 26. All right, so in this one, some charts are easier to read than others. It's made a move up right here, 4:05 a.m., 23.50 level. I had this weird dip. I hate when they do that. And then this got right here to 24, 8 a.m., it's hovering right here. Put that quarter line in. And then this really takes off right here. 18 million in volume, 935 in this 5 minute candle. And this takes off. And there's your first level right here. 25.50. Look at that line right here. And again, remember I said to the right. Excuse me. And on this 25.50, now you put your line in here. Where's my lines? So this goes up. It comes down. Now you got a high day right here, ascending triangle, a low moving up. This got to 24.83, 25 level, take your shot on the dip here. Say you have 1320 EMA support. It's rolling above. Your 13's above your 20. It's not coming down. It's not even like this, like crossing a little bit. There is no real worry here. I mean, at the time you're looking right here and you're seeing this. Is it going to bend? But you get your higher time frame. It wasn't even close. And that's why 5, 10, 15 are so strong if you're trying to hold something long. And we go here, up to 2650, then you're, what's that, 27. So that was a nice run. And pretty much early, pre-market, you can get into, pre-market's sketchy though, because you get stopped out. You just have to be careful pre-market. There's not that much volume, and they play more games pre-market with weird moves. Then as soon as this opens and it takes off, so it's a great long. KXIN, MTC's moving. RNWK, here's staff. This was an old mover. Look back in 2018, 2019. Look at the spikes on this. This puts in major spikes. Today it was 10 million, and it looks like they want to push it up to this 150 level. Should move up to here, 85 cents, 65. And it's taking off after hours. There's AAU. OCX was 8:10 a.m. This is what I mean. Pure momentum. Went 1, 2, 3 candles in the 5-minute, and then total slide. The sliding board play, just like you're at the amusement park. Move up. You climb the stairs at the amusement park. You get all the way up. The top. And then you see the bottom where you slide. Them bags you get in. You slide down. That's what it is. It's a slide down, down, down. That's it. And look at the daily chart. The colored wick or high wick and fades. It is a stock. It's a chart you'll see over and over in small caps. There's job. NNDM. This puts in spikes. 305, 325. Get up to 385. Not a bad long. NETE, net element. 725, came back support 775, took off. Another good long there. HGen. It's a weird chart. This is a recent IPO. BRQS. This has been known spiker. Look at this, man. Pretty much 1 to 2, back and forth, back and forth. Looks like they want to push it near 2 again. Eton, CXO, Solo. Going down the list here. OIS, this is oil. Coming out of a strong wedge. Just had April, May, June, slowly going up. Look at the low. Slowly, then June explosion. That was for all stocks that exploded up. There was like the airlines, the cruise line, everything was moving. Now this is back and forth, down from June. So you had June, July, August, September, October. It's trying to move now. Oil's trying to do something here. Looks like support. We'll see if this can go up the rest of the month. This could be a good long. CDEV. Try to break through near this 1. That's interesting. They pushed it back though. All right, so today's top gainers, a lot of pennies again. I'm looking at like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, but higher price too, 22, 52, 20, 26, 11, 11. So, kind of a mix back and forth. The top gainers were, plays just came out of nowhere. Like they haven't moved in a long time. They moved today. So that's it for that. All right, back to the SPY, like I called. Dow Jones minus 165, S&P minus 23, NASDAQ minus 95, small caps minus 10, VIX plus 0.33, 2640, it's holding. Commodities, gold's 1904, silver 24.36, copper 305, crude 41.09 plus 2.21%. So, you know, we've called this move once again. You know, the people in CNBC, all these goofs have no idea what they're talking about. This is a rising wedge coming back down. We just crossed over. Look at this mountaintop we're at here, like 99. Coming back, there's the 4 hour. Get this bigger screen here. So it's touching the 5 day. Yeah, you're 9, 13, 20, and 50. Now I think we get back down to like 339. The weekly, that's like a shooting star reverse hammer here. There's the 4 hour coming down. There's the 2 hour, 1 hour. You can see it's getting very oversold, but there's your first one on the 50 day. That would be like 346. So there's no stimulus. Munchkin, whatever his name is, they wanted to deal with the airlines, a separate package, and Pelosi said no. She's insane. So I expect further downside. Now right here, I told you like the 50 line is important. Are we going to go back to that 50 line or go all the way back down? It's tough to say. We'll see how this develops. You know, 50 is key. If we get to here, and then we'll see if this is a big move to 200, or we'll have to look at that. NASDAQ, same thing. This is way above the wedge. It's coming back down again. We'll see on that. There's your moving averages right down the line. Dow Jones, same thing, wedge. Look at this, right down the stream here. This will put that like 27,900 on DJI. Dow Jones. IWM is, excuse me, Russell 2000. Look how high this was. Anyway, this came back down 5, 9, 13, 20. Right out of this wedge now, we're coming down. This was very high too. So I expect more downside with this. There's your VIX. Look at that 50 hold. This 50 to 100. It's been back and forth. This is staying this way since September now. Crossed over, so it's looking more bullish here. More volatility ahead. UVXY. Now this isn't really moving with the VIX. Ultra short-term futures. It's hovering here, so not as good on that. Here's S-Style. Now, like I said, anyone who's been following me on Stock Twits and any chat rooms, wherever you see me, told you this would come out of this. This is the wedge. And now we get the 5. We get many moving averages here. Now, how far are we going? I'm not sure. Yeah, if this makes a good run, maybe up here towards 1850 for this ETF, bearish ETF. SPXS. Again, this is the row of moving averages too, maybe towards 570. That's if we really get going to the bearish side. SQQQ. This is a reverse of the NASDAQ, bearish the NASDAQ. So this is going to move to 23.25. It really spikes up again. And here's TZA small caps. I think I like this the most. This was really pushed up. And you have all these moving averages lying here. Let's see if we can stair step them to get to 16, maybe 17. BAS. Now the financials. This is already 2 good green candles. It's only at a 13 stochastics. We just had this move September, this run up. So we'll see if this can run up here. Stocks. Finally out of the wedge, sideways to potential here. To the long side. LABD is the bio bears. Finally made a good candle. This is still pretty much in a wedge, you could call it. So we'll see if this has moves to the upside. Dust. See it back and forth in this channel, still in the channel, very oversold here. So I wonder if gold's going to come down a little bit, possibly. PRY, energy bears. So energy's been coming up. This touched the 200. This looks like they want to push it down. They tried to pull it up today, but I think there's more downside to this, to energy bears. I think the bullish side of energy is going to move up a little bit. See this run on this? This has been a run since August. This is a great run. TECS. This is Drexion Technology Bears. Same thing, trying to get out of this wedge, and it could start to move up here. So that's the bear side. On the bullish side, there's UDAL, 200 cross. This could come down to 78, maybe to 200. Right now, I would look between that and the 50-day if we get a good pullback. SPXL, there's your 50-day. We'd take it around, 54-ish, 54.5. TQQQ. This is trying to get back in this wedge now and could go to the downside. TNA. There it is right here out of the wedge. It's a big bearish candle. This is just the start of things. And this is even better because you have a trend line here back in March, June, August. And you can see the lows here. Pretty much it's been coming up very slowly. If we get a strong move to the downside, this could go all the way to 29 or maybe 31 or 33. We'll see how this develops. But it's just the start of a bearish move. FAS, this is financial bulls, and this is the second day this is getting moved down here. See this? There's your 50-day, there's your 100, 150. So this is moving already pretty fast. Soxel, and there's your top. This move, I remember I called it 210. It said it was going to be like 3 something. What a move here. And look at these gappy candles. 1, 2, 4 gaps in a row, 4 gap ups. And then there's your red candle. We'll see how far this goes down to. Yeah, about 250 or 50-day. LABU. And there's a topping candle, definitely for sure. That looks pretty bearish. Nougat. Touch this 50-day. Overbought at this point, so this could come back down again. ERX. Sideways. It's trying to get above this 20. If it gets above the 20 with the $12 line there, 50, still moving up. Stochastics not really overbought yet. It can stay overbought. I just think we're getting a bigger move in oil. See this? This has been down for so long. Oil is at right now. Oil's at 41, so how it's been stuck in that range. I'd say about 35 to 45 maybe. There's DFN too. It's trying to remain elevated here at the 50 to 100 day there. This has been down for so long. One spike in June really hasn't got over 1450. This goes BA. It follows BA Boeing, and Boeing had one move here in May to June, and then it's been in this channel. A little bit out of it, but it's nothing good's going on right there. DIN. DIN has been on pretty much a tear too. Trying to get back to 64.50, and there's your overbought level. It's trying to come back down. Nail. It's very high up here. This is right near its recent high on this run since April. So he's got to be careful with that. All right, take a look at some, these are some swing ideas. Cnk Cinemark Holdings. What do they do exactly? Motion picture exhibition business, operates 548 theaters, 6,000 screens. So, you know, they're taking it, getting crushed here. I think AMC filed for bankruptcy, I believe. Strong MDI Screen Systems announces exclusive multi-year agreement with Cinemark Theaters. So that's good news. They have 986 million in market cap. Institutional ownerships 85%. So I don't think they're going bankrupt. Anyway, here's the chart here. So you can see here, you know, the wideness finally got down to where touching points, a wedge here. And this has been flat right here ever since September. Sideways, sideways. It's almost near like a double bottom, but I have to get a 6. But I still like this as long as the news isn't terrible. You know, this doesn't go bankrupt, of course. This could spike up if we get any good news here, so keep an eye on that. BRFS, this move, this Latin stock, or this little, it doesn't move a lot, but it made a nice little move here. Trying to come up, stochastics. Top. This is a trend line now. You got a big support right here. And see this? Over here, you thought, oh, it's going to roll down. It crossed over. We're going to roll under 20. Nope, it held here. So it's still one of these back to support line, and this could break back up. If the market gets hot or something, this will really move. Brad's not doing nothing. Still oversold here. GRPN, I still love this. It's doing nothing here. Not great volume, just floating sideways. Watch is 20. If it goes below 20, you got to be careful here. It could be a fake out, and then it'll eventually go up. PRTY, back to trend line 2. Stochastics is white over red. That's like positive, so I'm not too worried here. The volume 2 on the days down have been lower, so watch that. There's AMC with, I think they have bankruptcy filing, so you know, this doesn't look good at all. This is a channel down, and it's pretty bad, so I would only watch that if it's really good news comes out, so it looks, you know, very bad at this point. All right, some recent movers, Duyu. Here it is, out of the wedge up. And then right now it's holding. WVE, still got the gap above. You know, coming up on stochastics, not really doing much right now. OSTK, you know, there's your 80 line. It went from low to high on stochastics. There's your 80 line. I'm not sure what this can do. It's putting a lot of fake outs. There's a lot of big red candles here, but then it seems to always move this line up. So it's a tougher long if you're holding that for sure. DNAL. This is like oil and gas equipment. It's made the move up. Came back down. Crossed over right here, which is bearish. 4 hour now, it's trying to hold. If this puts in the lows higher now and it holds, it might be good right there. PDD, you know, there's the move. There's the move right here. The cross, that's your sign to get in after this big move, or at least you take a shot there. And then went up. And then, you know, there's your bearish candle. You're ready to cross. So that's not a bad move from like 72 to, you know, 86 almost. And you see these moves here, you're like, this is a hammer. This is pretty much a true cross. See how tight it is? So that was the play on that. All right, some of the cruise lines. See, this was the move up. We're still going back down now. So it's in a downward move. NCLH too. This is this crossing down now too. RCL. You know, this is pretty bad. This is really bad at the trend line. This is still the white over red's so far away from it because it's such extreme. There's a gap. So you can see how bad that is. CCL. This is crossing down too. So they look pretty bad. A lot of airlines are reporting. Hawaiian, they're pretty much doing nothing. Alaskan Airlines, sideways. Southwest. Move from here to here. It's UAL, United. United, yeah, it's just pretty much sideways from like 40 to 35, not doing much here. Yeah, this stock was as high as 100, so still retracement levels. You know, this is way off. It's not even 50%. You know, the airlines are flat. You're not going to. You had one big spike in June, and now it's just very much chop. That and the cruise line is pretty much chop. Wind. This is back to the 70 line. We'll see if it holds here and bounces again. LBS. This is getting really close to this line here, so it's not looking great. DraftKings. Oh, I didn't see this one. Right out of the wedge and down. Ugh. You know, this is very oversold here. You had to move sideways, and of course you get out. Yeah, if anyone sees my moves here and I'm like, oh, this is out of the wedge, like it's good here, you gotta do your research too. Like if it's out here and you see this 50 level and it breaks like this, you get out of 50. I mean, you gotta use common sense. Like just like this here, oh, it's moving, then moves up, and you can see where the moves are. Like if this breaks that, you don't just stay in there. Wait for the time to get back in. So a lot of it, you gotta use common sense. So that doesn't look good right there for sure. Some other stocks. TYCN got crushed. FSLY, Jesus. Talk about a move. Remember I saw this back here, like here, it's a good to get in. Remember I was like 80 and moved to 130. Well, that looks like a definitely shooting star. Of course you get out. You just don't let this fall back. No, this was after hours. That's why they must have reported. Let me see here. Fastly, stock plunges more than 25% after TikTok fails to use its software as much as anticipated. Oh, there you go. So even if you were holding this, I'm just trying to see here, even the 1 minute. Yeah, the 1 minute, you gotta be aware of this. Immediately get out. You're gonna take a big chunk. Is there earnings in this thing? Yeah, it was Fastlight provides preliminary third quarter results. So anything around earnings, yeah, I would be out. I would have been out right here the day before. I don't play with earnings. Good to bad, it's always a crapshoot. So do you see that too? A run up here, see that out of this, you know, triangle, and you're in. If there's earnings, get out. This might even go 130 to 150, but it went the opposite way, 130 to 90. So, you know, you want to get out. Don't play around earnings. This was a great run. earnings are coming up, get out, and you made a huge gain. So that's another little fact information, piece of information. VVPR, this is coming right back down. Watch this trend line, it might bounce. All right, the recent runners, SNMP, yeah, they said that one spike, pretty much garbage. AGE, coming back down. MDGS, going down again. ALRN. And this is getting right over this 2 level. But you can see right here, see this line right here? The low kept getting higher here, 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 and exploded up. Little things you can notice when you watch these charts. JMIA, yeah, this is still going. I thought here would be the move down. It's definitely forming a wedge here, so this could be a trend line. You can consider the trend line right here. Yeah, it's made a good run. If you get an 8 to almost 13, I would take profit. That's a tremendous run. Of course, I missed most of the run here. Sideways to out. Draw your line. IH, recent IPO. Here is IPOB. This is gapping up tremendously. Really great long. What else we got on the list here? CEI. Look at this, the low. It keeps getting higher. Now 125 is a big line there at CEI. DV, Brave, coming all the way back. This might spike up again. Watch for a spike. ATEC, SOS. So, Jill. Yeah, look at Jill. Like some of these charts, they're just spikes. They're spikes and never holds, never holds, never holds. Look at all this. And look at the volume. You can tell it's manipulated. All the days up are tremendous volume. So, GME, GameStop. It says trend line support, trend line. That's where you watch it there. So there you have it. So, you know, the bearish ETFs still, you know, liking them long at this point. The market's heading for another down move. You can see here, right here, just like this. Then it really moved up. And there was the cross, and now we're sideways. You're at a 563. This is really oversold, even for bearish ETFs. So, you know, they're still in favor at this point, in my opinion. The market's down again. You can see right here the SPY. It's out of this triangle now, this wedge, this rising wedge. They've crossed over it. We'll see what it does now. And so that the penny stocks are still moving. Good action today, some good moves, and mix between, you know, really low pennies, the dollars, and a little bit higher price stocks. So watch the VIX volatility. you know, we got 2 more days in the week. Let me just see here, a few more. Well, NKTR explodes up. This is in the channel. Bounce right here. Came back. It's a tougher move to hold, but really moved up today. All right, that's it. Please subscribe and like. And we are out for now. Peace.